Pisces, it's Lynn from Tinker Tarot. I'm here to do your January 2019 reading. I want to apologize for loading this up so much later than the Sagittarius and the Gemini reading, but I had a lot of personal readings to do, and which I really appreciate, so that's why it's just taken me a little longer. I'm having a holiday special right now, 45 minutes for $45 till December 31st. And so I've gotten a little bit busy. Something else. I feel like I'm missing something. I want to say thank you for all your likes, shares, subscribes. I've noticed that a lot more men are subscribing now, and I'm getting a lot more requests from men for readings, and I'm not sure what sort of changed, but thank you very much. I appreciate that. And I do want to let you know that subscribing is free. You don't have to register, and you don't get bothered with a bunch of ads and, you know, notifications for bothersome things. So that it just lets you know when I'm putting a video up, and it lets my advertisers know that you like me. I'm one of your liked people. Hopefully you do. Anyhow, okay, let's get into this. Pisces. What are the messages for Pisces? January 2019. Pisces, January 2019. I am so excited for this new year to come. I think they're ready, actually. So, I'm using a past, present, future reading and the Mythic Tarot. And, oops, Carmen, Smelly, no. So, I'm going to turn these over. Like today, I don't know why I feel like turning them all over first, and then I'll address them. I don't know why. It's different. I don't never do it that way. I do it in personal readings, but not in these general ones for everybody. But let's just see what's going on here. Let's just see what's going on. All right. So, also I've been explaining to everybody the past, present, future thing. So, past could be happening right now, in December or before, and the present is more like the first week or two, maybe even 3 of January, and the future is the end of January and thereafter. So if you hear something in the future line and it's not happening right now, well, that's because it's in the future. All right, so your first card in the past is Judgment. And Judgment, as you can see from the picture, is about dealing with our skeletons in the closet for a second chance. You want to kind of deal with things now and go and live the life you want to be living. And there it is out the door. You're looking back at it and think, geez, I want to be out there and enjoying life, but instead I'm in here dealing with this stuff. But if you stay and deal with it once and for all, then you don't ever have to go back into that cave again. Also, you can see these 2 columns are here providing support, but in opposite ways. It's like a yin and a yang, you know. This could be family issues, things from childhood, patterns, behaviors, and it could be affecting your health. You know, you want to go, but you feel weighed down by this matter. This still could be, this could be happening right now, right? We're kind of in the past, as far as January goes. And it's not really a bad thing because, you know, we can never live the life we want to be living, while we are carrying our demons or our things that don't serve us anymore, you know. The next card is the Ten of Pentacles. And the Ten of Pentacles, this is about the life you want to be living, you know. It doesn't have to mean kids and a wife. It can mean whatever that is, whatever's through your door, you know. I like to think about it, you know, Let's Make a Deal, that old show. For you younger ones, you probably don't know what that is. But anyway, you know, a person could pick door number 1, door number 2, and door number 3. And they'd say, oh, door number 1. And he'd say, what's behind door number 1? And when they open that door, there's something wonderful. So what would be behind your door number 1? You know, would it be... for me, it would be either a mobile home or a very small cabin near a lake or on a lake. You know, I'd be driving a sports car, but probably have a truck too for all the practical stuff. You know, I'd still have all my musical friends around me. A lot of my friends are musicians, and a lot of humor, and, you know, yada, yada, yada. Like, whatever that is for you. Maybe it's living in Venezuela. Maybe it's moving back home closer to family. You know, whatever that is, that's what this is. You know, that's where you're trying to get. Some of you may be experiencing some of this now, but you can't really appreciate it because you're, you know, I feel triggered. You know, the word triggered, triggered by fear of some sort is what I'm thinking. You know, there's some sort of fear that I think there's some sort of fear that this is not based on an emotional level. Other factors are more important in this relationship if you have one now, Pisces. It seems like it's more grounded, more secure, financially secure, with family and everything, but the emotion is behind. I don't know if it's in the forefront. See how the water is behind them there? It surely is present, and they seem to have everything they need, but I don't see it as at the forefront. So, you know, it's almost like it's supposed to be known. You know I love you. I don't need to tell you all the time. And you do. You do. People need to hear it, you know, whether they should know it or not. It's called affection, and it's called, even children, you know what I mean? Children need to hear that. They need to know how you feel about them. Sometimes, like I remember when I was a kid, and you'd say, why am I in trouble? And they'd say, because I said so, that's why. You know, like, you wouldn't really get a reason, you wouldn't really get an answer, and I hated that so much. Anyway, you may have to seek this for yourself, and here it is, you know, here you are, right now, learning to love yourself. And, you know, I think this is harder for guys, because guys are taught right from when they're young not to have emotions, not to be wishy-washy, not to cry. It seems like they really can't have any emotions, and the one they can sort of have is anger, but in adulthood they're told that this is very negative and they have to go for anger management. So what are they left with? They can almost not display, they're almost taught not to display it as a young child. And women, myself included, get very frustrated at this in men in adulthood, that can't do it, and so it's so hard for them. They're like stuck in the spot of everything that you've been taught, and this could be some of this old stuff, what we've been taught, what was instilled into us as a child may not be the same as what we need in our adulthood, and what we need to put out too. So this is you finding that again, whether you're male or female, and perhaps it needs to be in the self first, and getting in touch with your emotions before you can give that out. Okay, it's like a ripple, right? You drop a rock in and it ripples. It has an effect on everything. So once you're good with yourself, it's going to have an effect on everything and everyone around you. The first card you have in your present is the Fool. And the Fool is all of us when we begin something new. When we begin a new life in many different ways. The Fool is ready to take a leap of faith, so they say. Ready to try something new. And I think this is what you've just gone through, You've gone, you're willing to try this now because you realize there's something missing and you don't want to lose the things that are important to you in your life. And so this is you walking in a new direction, taking up something new in your life. And so many of us are after this year. This year has been such a bog. Something about it. This year has been a very stationary year. It seems like I am where I am. I'm not really going back. I'm not really going forward. I'm not going nowhere. And a lot of people, a lot of signs are feeling this. And this is when you're ready, And like I said, this is the present. So this is like the first 2-3 weeks of January. You're ready to take a chance to try something new, And I think it's like you have faith. You're ready to be a little risky, and you feel good about it, right? But, some of the feeling of this year is still holding us back a little bit. Because we've been stationary, and in our planning stage, 2 is a planning stage. It may drag on a little bit, like things aren't going to spin ahead. They are going to move ahead this year coming, but they're not going to spin, there's going to be progress and movement forward, but maybe not as fast as we would like. The other thing here, too, is that this is about sacrificing something for the greater good. There's something you need to let go of. Like I said, back here, a cherished attitude, a belief, like a behavior, Anyway, I think you're ready to let it go, but, give yourself time. This isn't an instant, like you can just flip a switch and like, oh, I'm a emotional guy now. I love you, I love you, I love you. It's not like that. It takes time. And if this could be you waiting for your partner to display this and thinking, oh my God, when is this going to happen? But it takes time. It takes time for us to change, and especially we have to learn this behavior. You have to learn this behavior now. So you might perhaps write about it. ideas you might have to help you with this. YouTube is full of self-help sites, meditations, and you can just be laying there quiet, listening to this, absorbing it, and there's all kinds of ways for you to help develop this. Affirmations are a wonderful way too, and those you can write yourself. You can change how you think, but you need to sacrifice. I have a feeling like it's an attitude. Okay, and when you do, see this bird, again, it's the eagle who flies the highest and sees furthest. It's a lot more clarity. When you give it up, you're actually going to like you better. You're going to like you better. It's going to be I think you're going to evolve, to tell you the truth. You're going to evolve because it's going to open your eyes. That's what I want to say. It's going to open your eyes to something. But there's a resistance. There's a resistance because there's a resistance. It's almost like at work, when a new company takes over and they change everything, the way it's run. And it's like, well, I was used to the old way, and now we got to do everything this new way. And, you kind of got the, So there's a little bit of resistance, but once everyone starts getting used to the new way and practicing it and doing it, it's a lot easier, and it probably is more productive. It probably is a better way of doing it. But it takes quite a while to get used to it, sort of thing, okay? Then we have the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant could be a spiritual person in your life. I know at this time of year, for church-going folks, whatever your denomination might be, Catholic or Protestant or whatever, they go and participate in services and whatnot. So you may go and ask the help of your spiritual leader, whatever denomination that might be. This could be someone like myself that just helps you see it clearer, talk it out, This also means higher learning, the Hierophant. I just said a second ago about evolving, seeing things clearer, a new way. It's higher learning. You evolve from this experience, and you have it for your toolkit now. I don't know, I feel like it just got darker. You have it for your toolkit now, for everything you're going to need now in your life. As we walk along, we make achievements and meet people and workplaces, and we have defeats as well. But each one there's something to learn there, and something we're going to need for our toolkit further down the road. And I call that the yellow brick road. An emerald city is where we should be, what we should be doing, what we want to, how we want to be living, and it's our greatest selves, basically. And the yellow brick road is all the people and places and things that happen, challenges and stuff along the way, but they're all required because you learn something every single time. And when you get to your best self, you have all the tools you need. You're the magician then, and you're an evolutionary part where you're gaining a higher understanding, okay? And it's really wonderful. In your future, your first card, sorry, is the Queen of Wands. Now, the Queen of Wands could be a fire sign of male or female, Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. And so they're a very passionate person. I just want to say dramatic. They might be dramatic, very expressive. In many ways, not just verbally, but they, what they present, how they present themselves, what they do. They're also fearless. You know, she has the lion and the female lion too. So it's fearless and she is protected. So, you know, I almost feel like she's hard to get at as far as ill will towards her. You know, she's very protected. This woman, male or female, could be coming into your life. You may start hanging out with this person more, because there's something about them that you want to emulate. You want to learn about them. Perhaps it's how they express themselves. You know, I was saying back here, you know, emotions. Our emotions are there, but are they being expressed? And here, she is very much like that. You know, normally fire signs are very expressive, like I said. And so this, she might be helping you in this matter, or he. Also, they're in your new direction too, your new path where the Fool is going. And this could be you emulating the Queen of Wands, wanting to have more passion and creativity in your life. You want to express yourself. I think that perhaps you've been very non-expressive, you know, haven't been able to get there. And I think that door is opening up for you, that gateway kind of thing. So the next card you have is the Two of Wands. Looks like you have a choice to make. Sometimes the two, like this is a meeting between these two guys, eh? And, you know, here he is right here. Here he is right here. So you come out of the cave now, and I think that you've made your decision. You haven't moved forward with it necessarily, but you've made your decision. Now, the other thing too, there's a little tricky thing here, because next you have the Queen of Swords. There could be a decision between two people, Pisces. Swords are air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Usually, to me, she represents Aquarius. Could be male or female. She communicates, boy. She's ready to spill the beans. She says what's on her mind. She cuts to the point of things, to the matter, I want to say. And there could be a decision, do I go this way, do I go this way? Between two people. Not always in love. Sometimes it's friendships, sometimes it's could be family. You might feel like you have to choose in family in some way. You know what it could be? Like sometimes two very opposite people get together. And I was speaking about religion before, or your faith. one could be a Buddhist family or a perhaps Jewish family, and the other could be Catholic or Mennonite, you know, who knows? But anyway, you know, and it's very divided between the families. They want you to these ones want you to raise the kids this way, and these ones want you to raise the kids this way, and it feels, you feel like you can't move one way or the other. So that's just a possibility, I'm saying. The other thing is, the ultimate decision, Pisces, is what's best for you. This could be on your yellow brick road. And one of the tough decisions that you need to make, you know, are you going to go back or are you going to go forward? Are you going to be creative, or are you going and express yourself? This is more communicative expressing. This is more creative expressing. This is very physical, hands-on. This is very mental, really thinking things through, but saying what you mean, cutting to the truth. These are very, you know, two different people. Both communicators, but in different ways, you know. Sometimes a fire sign can just wildly communicate, blah, 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 say everything they think. And this person thinks very carefully before they say what they're thinking, and may not reveal all, but when they say it, they mean what they say, okay? That's what I like about air signs. They mean what they say. Look at that. There's jealousy. There's some sort of jealousy or envy going on here. I don't get a third-party situation, though. This is something else. You know, it could be the two mothers jealous, or there is something going on here. You feel in the middle, you feel stuck, but if you don't do something, it doesn't end. It doesn't stop. You have to make a move. You would need to make a decision. Ooh, what do we got? What do we got? Oh, we got some sixes. It's all pretty good, actually. You do have to end something, though. Okay? You got the the King of Clubs, the Five of Spades, the Six of Spades, the Ace of Spades, the Three of Diamonds, and the Six of Diamonds. So, you know, I want to explain something here. So, there is an issue. There is a problem. I think it could be with the fire sign, you know, the creative, the wild energy, you know, because flames are kind of wild, you know, and can burn. And there's some sort of loss. It feels like there's steps backwards. It actually could be a man, a dark-eyed man. This very much is a creative, passionate energy. And it seems there's loss. There's something unraveling here. And what it's saying, there's some sort of jealousy, envy issue too. Like maybe you just can't live with all this jealousy and this. Maybe it's too much, you know, too intense, too you know, I have a saying, but I don't want to swear. It's called bleeping or fighting. You know, it's you know, there's not nice, calm middle road where it's like this. You know, it's like there's a little bit of everything. But what I do have to say is, that when it ends, when you close that door, and this is a door, this is ending something, it is done, you're going to finish it, then everything gets aligned. Everything gets aligned. You feel more focused, more driven, and you're going to start moving forward with the things you want. It's a step towards that door, living your life out there. That's where you're going. This is going to take you where you want to be. Door number 1, maybe it's door number 3. But anyway, it's success in the new direction you're going. Success. This is more focused, and it could be financial success for you too, but it is ambitious. It is ambitious, where you want to be. But not all ambitions are about money. It's wanting to grow, to move, to flourish. Okay? Wanting to flourish. It doesn't have to be like a negative thing. All right? So, Pisces, that is your reading. I hope you have enjoyed it. I want to say Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah to those who celebrate. Happy New Year. I'm so glad for this new year to come in. 2019 is a 3, and things, like I said, are going to start moving forward. And, this says it right here, right? With the death of this year comes, you're going to start moving forward and flourish. And also, I like the word flourish, because you're going to take a 3 and make it a 6. You're going to, you're going to maybe double your profits, or move up a whole new level or something like that. So thanks for all your comments. I want to say that I want to remind people that we all have a gift. We all have an emerald city, a place where we should be and where we want to be too, ultimately, because we have a gift to that something we can do really well, and it makes us feel important too. It makes us feel special, because we all are. And I just want to let you know how special and important you've made me feel with your beautiful, honest comments, and sharing your lives with me. And I'm really honored that you do, and I want to thank you for that. That is why I'm so open with you about my own life and my own experiences, and give examples of myself, because you do. You open yourselves up to me. So I want to be as equally, and I am anyway, like I'm like this woman. Blah, 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 blah. But anyhow, you know what I'm trying to say. I love you back real hard. So take care, and I'll see you in the new year. And thanks again. Bye.